Hi and welcome back. Today I want to take you on an interior video tour of our 2018 Renegade Verona LE, and this is a Model 40 LTS. We're really excited to share this new LE model with you. What Renegade did is they took the very popular Renegade Verona and they kind of raised the bar with the LE. They took a bunch of standard options on the Verona that were popular, but then they also looked up to their Renegade XL line and the Classic line and the Explorer, and they brought some of them real high-end features and brought them down into, or combined them with the Verona, and the result is the Verona LE. And it's just really the best of both worlds. In my mind, it's one of the best values out there. As we begin the tour in, you can see the entry step has a nice rubber entry, so it's real easy to climb in and out. It has a anti-skid feature. It's a great place if you have mud or anything on your boots, you can stick them underneath the boot step right there. As you can see, there's one on the bottom stair and then one in the middle stair, which is just kind of a neat feature. You can just slip your shoes off right there and up and in you go. Now as we move to the inside of the coach, I'm just going to take a moment and let the camera pan around so you can really, we really want to kind of show you just the size inside of this motorhome. You can see with the two slides in the front, it really opens up the living space quite a bit. It's hard to describe on the camera, but it just works very well. One of the things that we do struggle with is getting the colors to come out right when we're watching the video, and in this one it's a little more yellowy looking in this, just kind of due to lighting than what it really is. And as we progress through the coach, you'll see the colors will get a little more vibrant. There you can kind of see a little bit of a color shift. This is a little bit more true to what the colors are inside, and I think it works very well. Whenever people come up the stairs of this thing and walk in, the thing we hear is wow. This is a really nice shot right here, so you can get a true understanding of what these interior colors look like and how everything just flows together. You can see the LE has just outstanding craftsmanship in it. When you're comparing this to another competitor that is in the same class, I hesitate to even say in the same class because I don't feel Renegade has really any rivals in this market. The quality is so evident when people come in that it's an easy sell when they see these, especially after they've looked at other competitors out there. Here we're going to go ahead and show you a little bit about the sofa. This sofa has 3 seat belts in it, so if you have passengers with you, here's a place you can get them bolted in safe and securely. Another thing to point out while we're working through unfolding the bed is notice the outlet there to the right of the sofa. So there's a great place to plug in a laptop or charge your cell phone. It has a USB outlet. Here's what the bed looks like when it's unfolded. You use the cushions to fill in the mattress and gives you an extra place for people to sleep. One thing to point out that it's interesting as you see the bed go in or the sofa go in, you can see that you can choose kind of a half bed or a full bed by just changing the method at which you fold the sofa in. Now we're going to continue a tour on around inside the coach, and we're going to stop here a minute and open up the cabinet doors so you can see what they look like on the inside. And I keep saying it over and over, but the craftsmanship on the Renegade is something we're very proud to show when customers come into our facility to take a tour and take a walk around. And it's clearly evident when people are here. You can tell if they've seen another competitive brand, they just go, wow, the quality in this is just clearly evident. Here we've went ahead and opened up the window shades so you can see what it looks like looking out the window. This coach is equipped with day shades and night shades, give you lots of different options. I also want to point out that the light switch there under the sconce is located between the dinette and the sofa, so it's easy to dim the lights or turn lights on and off. I think Renegade's done a great job of giving you different lighting elements so that you can choose the best mood for you. The touchscreen is pretty new to the Renegade lineup, the Keypad System, and we really like it because you can just reach up there and control a whole bunch of different functions in the coach from one place. As we pan above the dinette, you can see lots of lights over the top of the dinette, lots of storage in the overhead compartments. I think the fabric elements on the valances looks really nice. This is a little bit different dinette than we normally use. Renegade calls this the Dream Dinette, and what's kind of nice about this one is that it easily folds down to turn this into a sleeping berth. And when I say easily, it's just, you just slip a lever and you just move the countertop down. So it works great if you have some people with you or extra kids and you need an extra sleeping berth. This is where you can do it. Here, Austin's going to go ahead and flip the lever and show you how easy it is to push the dinette down. As you can see, there's a track on the wall, so it slides straight down the track. Another thing we like about it is that the table is very stable when you're sitting at it. You can also see there's a USB and a 110 outlet exposed when the table goes down. Again, if somebody needs to charge a cell phone, they can plug it right there and set it up on that upper shelf. And then when the sofa goes up, you're going to have the 110 outlet underneath the dinette table. I'm sure talking on and on about this dinette. I just want to make sure that you have a great comfort level if you're traveling from out of state, that when you come here and look at one of these coaches we have on our lot, that you fully understand what the coach is when you get here. Now we're going to move over to the refrigerator on it, and this is a Samsung 18 cubic foot refrigerator. There you can see Austin's unlocked the refrigerator door. It's got a simple locking mechanism so the doors don't come open on you. There's also a locking mechanism down here on the lower freezer tray. Very happy with this refrigerator. It's the exact same one I have in my Renegade. I have a Renegade Classic, and a lot of the stuff that you're going to see in the Verona LE are products that have came down from the Classic line or the XL line. Here, as we pan around in the kitchen, you can see there's a real nice counter space here. It's very user-friendly. Things are laid out really nice, and I just think it has a real nice warm look and feel to it. Now we're going to go ahead and open up the cabinet drawers and cupboard space so you can see a little bit about what the storage is like. Again, with the Verona LE, they've really put some incredible craftsmanship into this coach. You can see here is the pantry door open, and there's a slide out pantry on it. That's something that we really liked, that we're really glad they brought out in the Verona LE. I also want to note that the drawers on the LE all have dovetail construction with full-length drawer slides on them. I just want to again keep pointing out that these are things you would see in a high-end luxury home, not typically found in an RV, but the Renegade is just a different animal. For those of you that don't know, Renegade, they really started, I'm going to say about 15 years ago, and their big claim was building motorhomes for racing teams. And that design is very evident, like here at the sink. They put a full-size residential faucet in it with a pull-out sprayer. And that came from racing teams needing to feed 4 or 5 or maybe 10 people there at a race over the weekend. So they designed everything kind of with a utilitarian aspect to it. You won't find a lot of that really high-end glitz that I think Renegade's a little bit more towards the function side. Here you can see the small Loveseat. As they laid that down, it's another place you could put people if you wanted to sleep, or you could put more passengers. Here's the 50-inch television coming out of the televator, which is real nice. You know, if you want to just kick back on the other side of the coach, you have a sofa across from the TV and a nice dinette. It's really nice to be able to power the TV up when you want. It's got a sound bar on top of it. I think it does a really good job of projecting the sound forward. Like maybe if somebody's in the bedroom trying to sleep, you know, you're not getting blasted out of the coach, because this kind of focuses the sound more towards the audience rather than the entire coach. As you can see, the storage is just incredible on the Verona LE. It's just, you know, my wife tells me to quit saying incredible and amazing. It's, you know, that I overuse them, but I just really don't know what else words to use to describe these coaches. It's just such a wow moment when people come inside of them. Here's another shot where maybe the color looks a little bit different. This is probably a little bit darker view than what you would normally find inside this coach. Now as we move around to the door, this is one of the things that I want to spend a little time talking to you about why I think you should choose IWS for your motor coach. You know, on my coach, I really struggled with knowing whether the door was locked or unlocked. So I had our marketing crew design labels, and we install those labels here at IWS, the open and closed. It's very easy to use. You just switch it to the green when you're unlocked, the red is locked. We also made our own door handle out of aluminum there, because a lot of people were inside the motorhomes and they were having trouble finding the door handle. So we made it brighter, but we also put a curve in the handle, so when you open the door, it would be hard for the wind to rip the door out of your hand. Just little things that we've been doing here to try to enhance, you know, your stay in your motorhome. When you have made the investment like you make in one of these Renegades, you should really have a lot of fun when you buy them. You should enjoy the process. And then after the sale, you really should enjoy the RV lifestyle. It seems to me when I hear people say, you know, we got a motorhome and we don't use it much, I want to reach out and just say, hey, have you thought about doing this or that? Because if we can make RVing enjoyable and easy to do, it just makes RVing just a wonderful experience. And that's some of the stuff that we really focus here on IWS, is just making sure you enjoy this coach after the purchase. Now as we continue to move through the coach, I just want to keep pointing out, this is a shot where you can see both of the control panels. So you have a lighting control at the entrance of the coach, you got one there in the hallway, and at each one of these control panels you can turn the lights on or off. What I really like at the entrance door is there's a master light switch there, and when you touch that, it'll turn all the lights on in the coach, which really works nice. You know, when you've been out and you come in at night, you can just hit one button and turn all the lights on. Now as we move back towards the back of the coach, in the middle of the coach here, this is an option that we had installed, which is a stacked washer and dryer. So a lot of people really like having the convenience of a washer and dryer when they're on the road, and we thought this was just a really nice fit for this coach. Now as we pan around the bathroom on this coach, this is what is referred to as a mid-bath coach. Has a molded in sink, something that we really like, this one-piece countertop and sink. It makes cleaning the sink a lot easier. You can see there's lots of drawers along the side of it. What we're really trying to show you here is, you know, a lot of the craftsmanship in the woodwork, and point out the gaps, you know, the distance between the cabinet door and the edge, and you can really see Renegade's really got it together on the Renegade Verona LE. Here as we move around in the bathroom a little more, you'll see another switch panel. It's nice. You can turn the water pump on or off there, and you can turn lights on or off. It just gives you lots of choices. Now as we move over to the toilet, if you've watched any of your videos, I'm a huge fan of the Macerator Toilet. I really like it because it's an all porcelain toilet. It's got a feel like you're at home. Has 2 controls on it, so you can do a water saver mode. It grinds and emulsifies all the waste product before it goes down into the septic tank, and a lot of people have heard the problems you can have if you don't have this helps, I guess, with maintenance of the septic system, and I could explain more when we see you in person. Another neat thing is when you're getting ready to travel, you can hold both buttons down on it and it'll evacuate the water out of the bowl so you don't have water in the bowl when you're traveling. Here again is where we talk a lot about the convenience. When you're there in the commode, you can just reach up and turn the lights on or off or the fan all right there within easy reach. Just little things that make things a little nicer. Now as we move into the rear bedroom, or the bedroom I guess is a better word, we're going to pan around a little bit just to try to let you see what it looks like. And this is a really nice bedroom. When people come into it, they're like, wow, I didn't know it was this big. It's hard to show on camera, but I think Renegade did a really nice job when they designed this bedroom. Now as we pan around, you can see a nice little countertop with a window behind it. It's a great place to put your cell phone or your wallet or your purse. It's also a place where you can bring the slide a little bit closer. If you want to sit on the edge of the bed, you could put a mirror on there and use it for makeup. It just works out really nice. As we open up the wardrobe closets, you'll see there's automatic lights that come on inside of the wardrobe closet. Another neat feature on these wardrobe is that Renegade has a pass-through feature, or a top-bottom hanging feature. You can see here you can just remove that board and then it'll allow you to hang like a long dress. You can hang through the top cabinet into the bottom cabinet. Here we've removed the lower cabinet hanging rod. Or if you just want to have high-low hanging cabinets, you can install the curtain rod back in there, put the bottom back in. When we had our Verona, we used this as a hamper area. We had a clothes hamper in the bottom. Here, Austin's going to go ahead and put the floor back in the cabinet. And now you could have hanging clothes high, hanging clothes low, and you can also put clothes to the right side of the wardrobe closet. Here's a good shot showing the dovetail construction of the doors. Just absolute craftsmanship in this coach. As we move over into the wardrobe cabinet here, you can see this is where you would find the DVD player. We can also set up your satellite receiver in here if you want to have satellite in the bedroom. It's all pre-wired for it and ready to go. Nice 110 and USB outlet here so you can keep your cell phone charged. Seems like with today's society, everybody needs to stay connected, so Renegade recognized that and put lots of outlets and USB chargers in the coach. Now as we pan around in the bedroom, you'll notice the padded headboard and the different lighting elements in the coach. If you look there in the center up underneath the cabinets, there's another digital light panel. So when you're laying in bed, you can look straight up and be able to hit the control panels. You can see there's nightstands on the right and left side of the bed with a 110 outlet and a USB. You can see we have a cell phone plugged in right there, charging it up. All these little things just add to, RV experience. For me, having I had a motorhome without nightstands, and I didn't enjoy it at all because I like to have a water bottle next to me. I like a spot to set my pistol. I like to have my cell phone by me at night, a place to set the remote control. And if you don't have them, you're forced with just laying them on the bed or, setting down on the floor. It's just little things like this that add up to make RVing a really enjoyable experience. Here we're showing the reading lights overhead. There's also LED rope lighting on this coach, so you get different levels of lighting. Now we're going to move up into the front of the coach and go through a little bit of the overhead cabinetry here so you can understand what to expect. Now we're going to go ahead and move through some of the overhead cabinet features that are above the driver and passenger's compartments. I'm going to do a pan through here so you can understand what these cabinets look like and what's inside of them. This compartment is above the driver's head. It's a great place to keep a travel map, keep your wallet, keep your purse, whatever. There's a 110 outlet in there. I like to keep my satellite phone in there charged up. When we move to the main overhead controls panel, this is where you're going to find your thermostat, your jack leveling, which is all automatic, by the way, your auto gen start features, your water tank digital controls, your slide out controls. There's a lot of stuff going on in here, and it can be a little bit overwhelming. But I just want to explain to you, when you buy a motorhome from Idaho Wrecker Sales or IWS, what we do is we build what's called the IWS Advantage Package. And that's something that came from me owning an RV and feeling abandoned, after the purchase. So we make an iPad and we upload videos of how to operate all of these little portions of the coach. So if you're traveling out on the road and you don't remember how to program the generator auto start feature, you just take your iPad, hit that video, and watch the 2 or 3 minute video on how to operate that segment of the coach. It's something that I'm really passionate about, and I want to make sure that our customers are informed of all of the new technology. The other thing that I want to point out about it is we also give you our cell phone numbers so we can be accessible 24 hours a day. Renegade is also, service department is accessible 24 hours a day. We really just want you to enjoy this experience. And I will also point out that this is an exclusive package that's only available to IWS customers. Now as we move around into the cab of the Freightliner M2-106 chassis, I just want to talk a little bit about some of the things that we really like about this chassis. IWS stands for Idaho Wrecker Sales, and that's because we've been building and selling tow trucks here in the same spot for over 20 years. So we have a very strong history and a really good industry understanding of trucks. And we also understand how to keep people on the road 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. That's what we've done for the last 20 some odd years here. IWS Motor Coaches is just an extension of that and a result of my frustration of not being able to find anybody that could offer service and, you know, return my phone calls and just do what they say we will. And we're really founded on that very premise. When we say customers first, we really mean it. All you have to do is watch some of the testimonials or look at the forum boards. We really, really try hard to make this a great experience for you. I understand what it's like to work your whole life, save up enough money to be able to buy one of these luxury motorhomes to go out and journey and enjoy life. And we want you to know that we have the experience and the know-how to guide you through this process. Here, Austin's running you through some of the seat controls, and you know, it may seem a little mundane talking about seats, but I'm telling you, you know, when we owned our Verona, our son was playing college football and we chased him all over. And when you're sitting in one of these things for 10, 12 hours a day, running 75, 80 miles an hour down the road, comfort is really paramount. This seat is a seat designed by Freightliner for over-the-road drivers. It has tons of adjustability, from lumbar support to, you know, the front and back of the seat cushion to, you know, the shock absorber in the seat. It's just something that you really won't appreciate until you're driving down the road. Well, now we're going to go ahead and run the slides in. As you can see here in the rear bedroom, we're bringing the slide in, and we want you to understand what this coach looks like when the slides are in, because, you know, as you pull over on the side of the road, you're going to want to get up and make a sandwich, or if you need to have access to the bathroom. And when the slides come together, just about everything on this coach is still usable. So you still have access to the refrigerator. You can still sit down at the dinette and make a sandwich. You know, if you pull over at a rest area and the spots are very tight, you don't have to run the slides out to eat lunch or anything. Well, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. We tried to do our best to make sure you're informed. I know at times I go a little long, but when people call back, they keep saying, hey, keep giving us lots of detail. I really thank you for your time, and I hope to see you soon.